Alright guys, I just got the news about Shad Gaspard. Apparently his body was found on the beach. I don't know what beach it was exactly. But it was crazy to hear about, he was missing, and I didn't understand what they meant. What do you mean Shad Gaspard is missing? And now it's we found out that his body was washed up on the shore. But all I want to say is, like, rest in peace, man. It's been one of those crazy years, in wrestling, and crazy years in general. Like, a lot of bad things have happened this year. Hey, Peely, how you doing, man? But yeah, this has been one of those crazy years where a lot of things have just gone wrong. I'll set this up on my car real fast. It is a shame. It's like, I watched it with Crime Time. I'll tell you a funny story about Shad Gaspard. It was a wrestling event in 2007. Nah. I work there, and I work at Wendy's and down the road. But, like, Shad Gaspard, yeah, 2020 has been a bad year. Kobe Bryant, the coronavirus, all sorts of crazy things. But here's the thing, like, about the whole Shad Gaspard thing. I'll tell you a crazy story about Crime Time. It was in Pensacola at the Civic Center when I was watching the Spirit Squad, and Crime Time secretly made a debut at a house show before they debuted on Monday Night Raw. And I saw JTG and Shad Gaspard at the event. I basically might have saw one of their first matches in the WWE, despite the fact that, they didn't debut till later. Maybe it wasn't their first match, really, but it was in Pensacola, Florida, where him and JTG teamed up to face the Spirit Squad. So that was a pretty cool moment. It was on my old computer. I don't have any of that stuff uploaded anymore. I'm not going to find any of that stuff. But that was a cool thing about it. Like, seeing Shad Gaspard's and JTG's Crime Time's first match. Now, Shad Gaspard, the sad thing about his career was he was with JTG, like I said, and then, he went to, him and JTG went their separate ways, and the last time I saw Shad Gaspard was the end of TLC in 2009, I believe. And Crime Time were pretty entertaining, but the WWE, the way they write things, they mess things up. Yeah, but he lost to JTG, and then after that, he went nowhere. He got released. I was at TLC in a bull rope match or something like that, and then he lost. And JTG also kind of had a very bad career afterwards as well. Yeah, Howard Finkel. I remember seeing him at the Civic Center in Pensacola a long, long time ago. It was in 2002. I miss that guy. I was going to talk about the year 1999, about how bad of a year. 1999 was one of my favorite years in wrestling. But looking back, it was a very dark year in wrestling as well. So, yeah. But, 2020 has been trash. Yes, that's exactly right. 2020 has been a very messed up year altogether. Like, people are dying. Horrible viruses are going around. Yeah, he did. Shad Gaspard had more potential than JTG. I agree with that 100%. I agree because Shad, he was big. He could talk. He had good mic skills. He wasn't a horrible wrestler. Had the big boot as like a finisher. He could have done something with him. What's up, Stone Cold? How you doing, man? They said he saved his son's life before he passed away. He was a good dude, 2012 will be the end of the world. 2020, hold my beer. Yeah. But yeah, guys, you know what? Here's the other thing. My friend just died a couple days ago. My friend Kim, who I was friends with her since I was in high school. Her friend with her kids, and I just hang out at her house. And she passed away of, I think, cardiac arrest or something. I have had some friends die. You know what? I remember that, Cartage. I remember that when they were talking about how he saved someone's life. I like that. Charlie, that was funny. I like that. I remember that. I forgot all about that, Charlie. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, man. But yeah, guys, it's just crazy. This year's been horrible, man. I just don't know anymore. My spring break was ruined. Yeah, he's in heaven. You know, dude, I say a lot that I don't like people, and the people can be horrible. We live in a very bad society full of horrible people who don't care about each other. There's some horrible people in this world, you know. And I was too good of a person, so I got treated horribly by others because I was too good of a guy. That was my problem. I was too good of a guy, and I got treated horribly by others, and you know, that's how life is sometimes. Turn my car off for a second. There were times when I didn't believe in heaven or hell, you know, I didn't want to. I was horrible. Yeah. It's like Drew McIntyre finally wins the WWE Championship, and it's like the way it is what it is. Like, no crowd of people, no one cheering for him, no chance. It's, I don't know. And the coronavirus ain't going to go away. I don't think it's going to go away. They're not going to stop it. You know what? I was at work when I heard about Kobe Bryant's death, and I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it. I was like, what do you mean Kobe Bryant died? Ava Marie, she returned? Ava Marie. What's she gonna do? You know, like, you know, they say there's lots of people dying from coronavirus right now, you know. But, you know, thousands of people die a day. They get hit by cars, they get shot, they die in the hospital. People die every day. It's just how life is. And as life goes forward, more and more people die. You know what? The news makes us think this way to get our mind off of things, you know. I guess that stimulus check didn't do anybody any good. That what, it was $1,200? You guys, I didn't get my stimulus. I'm sorry about that, man. Sorry to hear that. My friend Kim died. Shoot. Man, I'm sorry about that, man. I'm just saying, my friend's mom passed away of cardiac arrest not too long, like a few days ago. I just talked to her the other day and she died. I mean, I always say, like, as you get older, more and more people pass away, you know, more and more people die. You don't live forever. My grandpa died like 20 years ago. Every 100 years. But remember, guys, you're not going to live forever. They probably don't care. Your friend killed herself, Charlie? I'm sorry to hear that, man. Now, I knew a girl a while ago. She had an abusive boyfriend, and one day they found her hung in her trailer. And people think to this day that he covered it up because he ran away. Friend Sarah, they said she wouldn't hang herself. Why would she hang herself? Unless an abusive relationship is a reason to hang yourself. I don't know, but that's kind of what happened. Like, my friend Chris committed suicide. My friend my friend Christian, he died of cocaine overdose. My friend Kinsey died of a heroin overdose. My friend Ricky died of a heroin overdose. His girlfriend died of a heroin overdose. My friend Josh died of I think a Xanax or something with fentanyl in it, something like that. A lot of crazy things. In Florida, there's a lot of meth and heroin and drugs out here, so people die every day of like overdoses. Florida is kind of one of those states where people just do drugs because they say it's boring, but there's lots to do here. I mean, go buy a surfboard or go buy a skimboard or a skateboard. I don't think it's even true. I think this coronavirus is all a lie, personally. So it's got to be a lie. I mean, come on now. I don't know one person with this virus. I hear people, I've heard of people who had it, but I don't know anybody with this virus. Blackout, yep, I think that's what I read about too. They found his body on the shore, yeah. That's what it was. They found his body on the shore and you know, it's sad, man. It makes me feel weird, like it makes me feel really weird about Shad Gaspard dying. And just I don't know. Did he have potential? Yeah, he did. They just didn't know how to use him. I feel like the WWE doesn't like black people sometimes. Not to be racist, but that's kind of how it is. Like I remember back in Imperial Hulk, thank you for that if I said your name right. But like, going back to Booker T in 2003, I thought he'd become world champion. I was hoping he'd become world champion at WrestleMania 19. Didn't happen. I was very disappointed. They used a race card. I mean, I don't know. It's the way the world discriminates people. That's what's wrong with the world. They don't understand. Yeah, Shad Gaspard did have a pretty good promo. I remember Shad Gaspard had a promo. There's always that person who's getting more TV time than you. Always that person at a job getting a promotion even though you work twice as hard. One thing I remember him saying in a promo that inspired me a little bit was one thing he said was this: at a job, you can work harder than somebody, but the person not working as hard gets promoted before you do. And that's a very true statement that Shad Gaspard said in a promo years ago. I actually was very good advice from him about jobs and work. It doesn't matter how hard you work sometimes, because basically, yeah, Shad Gaspard hit the nail on the head. If you remember that promo, the whole "it was my time" thing, Shad Gaspard made a lot of logical points. You don't get credit you deserve at a job, whatever. He's right. He's absolutely right. And it's those kinds of things that are, you don't want to believe they're true, but they are true. I mean, I've worked these jobs here for 10 years. I know how it is. I'll tell you guys something. As a job, I never knew what I wanted to do. I just worked wherever and got money wherever. I'd work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, and I never really cared. Well, the problem with the Attitude Era is they can't really do a whole lot, because nowadays, like, okay, during the Attitude Era, social media wasn't really a thing. You know what I mean? So now if they do that stuff with this era, everyone's going to talk about how the WWE is, is sexist, how they're racist, how they do a lot of stupid stuff. Kind of like kid shows. The kid shows used to talk about deep things, like talk about racism, talk about school shootings, talk about deep about viruses and things like that. Now TV shows can't get as deep anymore because of the social media and the criticism of everybody, and that's kind of how it is. The world's a different place now, as if we can't handle criticism very well. That's how the world is. We can't handle criticism. So, yeah. I mean, dude, I've lived that my whole life. It's been like this. I was never really, I was never really respected by people. People always thought I was dumb because I act kind of silly. I was judged on my job, judged on where I lived, judged on what car I drove. I was judged a lot for everything I had. You know, when you hang out with like rich people and stuff, they criticize and judge you a lot. Everybody likes to criticize you, like getting rejected from crowds because you don't have real money, being treated differently because you don't have hair or whatever. I've been through this my whole life. And when you get treated that way by people, you learn a lot about people. That's why I don't really like people too much. And I mean that, like, I don't really hang around people. I don't talk about myself very much. Like with women, for example, not all women, but a lot of women only care about money. They don't, they're like, you know, nah, I'm not offended. But yeah, that's how life is sometimes. People will judge you wrongly without getting to know you. Like, oh, they're like, oh, Jackson, he works at Wendy's, he works at Taco Bell. He doesn't have any money. Yeah, so you don't know what my bank account looks like. You don't know. I save money. That's why I buy things. I live it. I mean, I've tried to live on my own before. It's hard to live on your own. Rent is $1,000 in Florida. You have to work 2 jobs to live on your own. Not many jobs in Florida pay $2,000 a month or more. It's hard. You have to go to school and get a real job, but not everybody can go to school. Not everybody can go get a college degree. It's not how life is. Not everybody can make decisions. And that's how it is, and that's okay. You be what you want to be. I'm not going to judge anybody on their status. I'm not. I mean, I don't blame you. Like I sometimes hate the world, man. I hate the world. I don't like people. I feel I have to get away from everything to feel better. That's how I feel sometimes. YouTube's what I have, to say. Yep, that's true. That's how people are. People judge you on your status. It's like in life, money to me is just money. Okay, I do work a lot. I sound like a hypocrite saying that. But money is like this. You get money, you buy things, they're just items. Like the replica belts I buy, the clothes I buy, etc. They're just items. You buy a home, it's just a home. It's just a house, Like those are just items. These are all items. That's all they are. They're all materialistic possessions. But really it's what you can do physically as a person. It does come and go. But it's like if I had $1 million, I still would do my YouTube channel. It'd just be different. It'd be richer. Like, I mean, for example, I work 2 jobs. I've saved $5,000 already. That's not a lot of money. To some people, it's a lot of money. To me, it's not enough money. I know what real money is. $5,000 to me isn't much. I want $25,000. You know why I want $25,000? So I can buy a home. That 25 grand won't last me long. I could get $30,000 by next year and go buy a home. That's like my goal. So I can have my own place, so because it's hard to buy your own place. I'm 29 years old and I've tried to live on my own. I've tried to do things. I've tried. It's hard. It's hard to be on your own. People don't, and these kids who live in Florida, they're not really on their own. Their parents pay their rent. Their parents pay their food. They buy them cars. They pay off their credit cards. They give them their credit cards. Kids, when they live in their own apartment, majority of them don't really pay their own bills. These kids don't know what bills are. They don't know what reality is. I knew a girl, her mom bought her a condo and bought her a car and bought her wherever she wanted so she could stay down here. She didn't stay in an apartment. She stayed in a condo. Like, she was rich. And she was the biggest slut ever. She was the biggest slut ever. But my point is, some people have it easier than others, but you cannot live life thinking like you have to understand the value of money. And you're not, I mean, I could end up homeless one day. Yeah, you might know someone who worked hard. I work hard. That's how it is. It's not like, I mean, I'm not handed anything. This car, I owe $4,000 on it, but that's great. I'm gonna have this car paid off by the end of July. So I can say I paid off my own car. I wanted to own a nice car. That was my goal. to own a nice car. That's all I cared about. I never owned a nice car. I drove a Pontiac Sunfire. Then I drove a Mazda 626. Really? People use religion as a con. People use religion as a way to get views on the internet or get likes on Facebook. That's what people use religion for. Religion is false. Right? What you believe in is what you believe in. One day you're talking about forgiveness, then you hate the world, you know? I'll tell you a dark side of money with me, and this is where I really started to not like people. You see, I was young. I worked at KFC for about a year. I saved about $4,000, and then my family got involved, and they played guilt games on me. They told me I couldn't make good decisions. I get hurt by words worse than actions. You could beat me up, and I'd forgive you for it, but I get hurt by words. I don't take things like that kindly. Like, I mean, the internet, I don't care if you don't like my internet. That's up to you. You could comment me and talk about how bad I am on the internet. I don't care. But, like, my parents played guilt games on me because they wanted me to do things their way. And it wasn't that they wanted me to buy what they wanted, and they hurt my feelings to get me to have to make decisions for myself by saying they were disappointed in me. And, like, to tell me, you know, that I was going to make bad choices. And when you're younger, you believe everything your parents say. And I kind of lost respect for them for it. You know, people don't understand, you know. You have to let people do things their way sometimes. And, you know. A Lambo? Okay, I'll talk about, okay, here's money, for example. Say, really? Nah. Maybe we come from a different part of money and finance. Look at that bird right there. But yeah, like, okay, say I give you $1,000. Okay, let's take the stimulus money people got. Are people really happier they got a stimulus check? Are you happy you got a stimulus check? Is it changed your world? Are you the happiest person ever over $1,100 or $1,200 or whatever? It doesn't make you that happy. It's just money. It's like me giving you $1,000. Here's $1,000. Then you blow it. Then what? You meet a girl who marries you for money. Then what? A lot of girls marry for money. That's how it is. Not for good looks. They marry for money. That's the way it is. It's just how it is, and it's sad, but it's true. Women, I went on a date not too long ago. This girl I dated, she had a master's degree in psychology, and she made $20,000 a year. I'm not judging her. I'm not picking on her for that. Not saying that she's not a winner, but she has a master's making 20 grand when she could make more. I told her where I worked, told her what she did, and then we went on a date, and after the date, we stopped talking to each other. She stopped talking to me. Why do you think she stopped talking to me? Why do you think she stopped talking to me? Because of where I worked and what I did. She judged me on my status. She didn't give me a chance. She just said, oh, this guy doesn't make no money. I don't want to talk to him. He's a loser. And that's how women can be sometimes. I mean, I didn't really like her that much, but still, that's how it is. You get judged on your status too much. And that's how it is. I can work 100 hours a week. Doesn't matter. We haven't talked since. All right. I guess she's looking for a guy with money. And not everybody's perfect. Not everybody has a perfect job. Not everybody makes good money. Not everybody is perfect. Not everyone's perfect, man. I mean, like me wanting that hot blonde with a nice body and has a, you know. Yep. I work with a guy who's too religious. He's very religious. He doesn't cuss. He's sociably awkward, you know. I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. Yeah, he is, Joe. How you doing, man? But yeah, guys, that's just my take on money. and what I've experienced with it and how I get laughed at and ridiculed about what I do, where I work. That's kind of how it is with people, though. People will judge you on your status to the end of time. That's just how it is. It's sad. I guess my advice would be get a better job, make good money, and then you'll be liked for the wrong reason. Nah, I'm good and evil. I'm a good guy in heart. I think I'm a good person. I think that people are bad. I don't think it's me. I help everybody, but I get treated horribly. I feel like I guess my problem was me doing people favors would lead on to getting me respect I deserve, but people don't respect you for doing them favors. They take you for granted. They use you for doing favors. You feel better about yourself. Yeah. Yeah. But I always tell people, go to college, get a college education. I tell people, save your money. I give people advice that I didn't do. I tell them, if you get a chance to go to college, get a college degree. A degree is not a waste of time. It's not. It's just people don't want to work for money. You go to college and you party through college, then you get a job where you're working 60 hours a week to make more money. Say you want to be a lawyer or a doctor or something like that. Being a lawyer is a lot of school. Yeah, that's true. You should do things to feel better about yourself. You can try, man. Do what you gotta do. Now, my YouTube channel has a lot of YouTube views. More than the average person. I don't brag about it a lot. I don't brag about my YouTube success. But people say, you got millions of YouTube views? That's crazy. I don't talk about my YouTube channel with people. I'm not open about it. People are like, you got 2 million YouTube views? You got 1 million YouTube views? That's crazy. I know people who do like music videos and music stuff, and they don't have any like views at all. I got like 4 viral videos. I'm not bragging about it. I'm not saying I'm better than everybody else. I am not the best YouTuber ever. But I do have success that people don't have. I'm proud of myself for what I've accomplished on my YouTube channel. My goal was to get 1 million YouTube views, and now I'm going to be at 3 million probably by the end of the year. And I'm proud. I'm happy about that. I'm proud of myself for that. But I also got to, find other things to do. Find other success, other goals, I can't just do nothing. I like to go to the gym and work out. I like to longboard, skateboard. I do photography on my Instagram. I do a lot of things. I don't just do nothing. I have a life, I don't just work and go home. I work all the time. My videos are just part of my hobby. And I might watch AEW tonight, do some more videos for you guys. But that kind of reminds me. Yeah. Maybe if you guys met me, maybe you really wouldn't like me that much. Maybe if you guys met me, maybe you wouldn't like me. Hanging out on the internet, this is who I'm on the internet. I goof around at work, I joke around. I'm very immature. I like to joke around about silly things. Sometimes my humor I rub people the wrong way a lot with my humor sometimes. It's true. Sorry I got off the topic of Shad Gaspard, Yeah. It's an opinion. Maybe you would. When I was in high school, a lot of people didn't like me because I joked around way too much. When I was in school, I was funny. I joked around, but I rubbed people the wrong way a lot. I got beat up a lot because I was just too much myself. I've dumbed it down a lot. I don't insult people like that or anything. It's kind of funny that I do my streams with my Taco Bell shirt on and my Wendy's shirt. And it's raining pretty bad outside. But I might do some AEW videos tonight, If you guys watch AEW still, if you like it. I don't mind AEW, it's okay. Oh, Mike Tyson's going to have a boxing match soon, and he's going to present the TNT title. Yeah, I buy people drinks at the bar whenever I go. I talk to people. The problem is my friend made a point, like before I end the stream, she said, hey, sometimes you gotta say to yourself, there's nothing wrong with you, you're fine, everything will be okay. People are just people. People are people. People are who they are. I've been there, man. I know how that feels. But you know what? You're one in a billion people in this world. A bad temper. I got really bad anxiety. I have PTSD from my past. I wish I couldn't. I wish I didn't remember anything, but I do. That's rain. It's raining outside. Look at that view. Yeah. See the palm trees and the hotel and KFC over there. Yeah. Baron Corbin. Yeah. Maybe I'll wear the long sleeve shirt and the vest. It's rain. It's raining. Yeah, Constable Corbin. I'm growing my goatee out. Some say I look like Vince McMahon or Stone Cold Steve Austin. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go home now and get some rest. I've been real tired lately. I work all the time. I'll be here. I'll be doing some videos tonight. You should view them for my AEW stuff and or NXT, whatever you guys are watching. I don't know. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out, everybody.